cozy crochet cuddle segment. This is gonna be a new thing where I celebrate my crochet. Crochet is something I do literally every day. That's a creative outlet, helps with anxiety, emotional support at this point. I bring my crochet everywhere with me. Best believe if I'm waiting for something, if I would just want to hang out at a park in silence, I'll be crocheting. If I want to watch TV, integrate thoughts, crochet, my jam. I want to celebrate it. It'll be a brief introduction. Every video following after will be a little bit quick, like what I'm doing. There's a reason I'm starting this. Whenever I want to celebrate something I'm doing, whether that's a new project, a new creative avenue, just anything I'm doing, and I don't feel like it's getting the recognition it deserves, that means it's time for me to put it on social media. It's usually like every new thing that I come out with is because the people that I show in my life at that time don't celebrate it how I want it to be celebrated. I celebrate it by myself by putting it on my social media. As recently, I've come to see my social media platforms as a way of celebrating my milestones and celebrating the things I do. That's just my life right now. Celebrating everything I've done, continue to do. This is my little update of the sweater. Now I'm working on the front panel. This is gonna be this part. Sorry, I'm not like standing or anything. So my energy level is this 9:30 p.m. That's preparing for bedtime. This is gonna be the front. I want the cleavage part to be not too low. I'm gonna double check first front panel. I did spend most of the day finishing up the other sleeve, so I'm gonna bring that as a little honorable thing. My first 2 sleeves I've ever done. They're oversized. I love them so much. I'm celebrating my 2 sleeves. They fit really well too. My progress on my front panel, which I keep looking at this and I'm like, damn, you know what? When I was making this, really small. And then when I put it on me, I'm like, oh, I'm really small. This is another thing where I thought I was taller than I was, but I look at, this is already like my size. What do you mean cleavage? It's already covered. We're working on this now. Day 1. It's 9:06 at night. Finished the 2 front panels. Oh, other way. I don't know if y'all can see. Oh, you can see it so much better closer. It's like straight, 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 decrease, straight, straight, straight. The vest part here. Woo! The same on the other side. It's like the pattern is same but different. That's why I love using these kind of patterns. This doesn't bother me. I actually really love it. With the whole sweater coming together, it just feels color block without actually needing to use multiple yarn. I'm really proud of my 2 front panels. While working on the first front panel, had to undo it and refix it a couple times. The second one was a flyby, but the first one definitely took a little bit of the day. But I did both. 9:35, October 16. We got 1 heart in while I was out and about playing Pokemon, grabbing Pokestops and playing gyms. I made a heart in the meantime of that. Also are working on the back panel. Yes. Oh, we don't need to look at that part. That part's real. Biggest part of the project. How far we got so far today? Let's get it. 8:54, October 17. My back. October 18, 8:30, around there. Pieces are put together. It's giving a cute scalloped feel, a little dip in there. I did make the back panel longer than the front two on purpose, but then I think it's giving a little bit of a weird thing. I'm not done yet. We're still doing a trim here, a trim on the front parts here, I think, to where you can add buttons. I'm not gonna add buttons for this one. I want just an open face cardigan. When I put this part in, I'm also gonna line the bottom, but add some length. I am noticing that I keep pulling this, and I don't like that I'm doing that. I don't know how to combat that. Not sure. I'm super proud. I'm super proud of myself. When I saw this being attached together, side turned out, I'm not even gonna be that mad about it. I have high hopes that this is a trust in the process moment where the front will tie everything together. Last trim of it all. That'll be tomorrow. She said, let me show this cardigan all sexy. I'm in love. I've been busy the last couple nights, in a mood to sleep early and totally forgot about filming type of thing. In the meantime, over the weekend, I finished this cardigan. Look at the back. I love it. My favorite part to make and honestly feel are the sleeves. I love the puff sleeves so much, and you know what's my favorite about this whole process? I remember how to make this. Even if I don't completely remember, I wrote the steps down so I don't need to watch the video again to make this. I envisioned this while I was making this, that I would do this again with different colors and things on a road trip or something. I could see myself finishing it by the time the road trip was done or whatever. I finished this within 2 weeks. It amped my fire to make clothes. I don't want to just willy-nilly, I'll just half-ass it. No, I want to continuously make what I wear. I'm working on my blanket again. Did these 2 squares just right before this video actually. I finished making all the rest of the hearts. Over the past couple days I've been working on the yellow while I've been out and finishing the sweater. I noticed that I could have 1 more heart of each color. So I did these 3 earlier today. I'm in the process of four colors on rotation to make squares, just like this. I'm still debating on who I want to gift the blanket to. Part of me thought of somewhat doing a giveaway with my new news about it, but I'm not sure how I'd want to do that. The giveaway, I don't know. There's just so many different options. It's really like the concept of me giving away my blankets. It depends how I feel by the end of the blanket. I remember feeling unsure with my last blanket literally up until the last row. I know who I'm making this for. That's a lie. I knew with the last yarn ball, I knew who I was making it for. Well, I don't doubt it'll come. I'm not finished this just yet. We shall see. I'm proud. I'm not recording every day like I thought I was gonna do, which wasn't a bad start that I was doing it every day like that. There was just a couple days where I only did like 2 of these. A couple days, that was just yesterday. I don't really know, the days feel so mixed up now. This is why I like to keep track of what I do, because the days feel so mixed up. If you're like, what did you do last week? I'm like, I don't know. But when I look at my phone calendar of what I did, oh my gosh, I did a lot last week. I wouldn't be able to tell you right away. If you just say, you have to think of an answer right now, I'd be like, I just laid there. Does something happen to me when... Anyways, I was gonna do 30 days of crochet. What I decided was I'm just gonna show y'all compilation of what I crochet that equates up to around 20 minutes of the video, if I'm being so honest. I don't want it to follow a month-to-month thing. I do so many things that are month-to-month things in my journals, that I don't want to follow another scheduled thing. In between my vlogs, my astrology, my lessons, my stories will just be things I crocheted. That's just something I love to do. I will also show this in my vlog, probably at one point, just because I'm absolutely in love with her and just so proud. I know she's just a simple koala, okay, but I'm very proud of her. This is Kawiwi. Kawiwi. Trying to get into a thing where I'm painting for at least 1 hour a day. If it's not even like a day, it's every time I do paint, it's just 1 hour. I just want to get into a flow of wanting to paint. I cap myself at 1 hour, maintains the excitement. I know that's kind of weird, right? I don't know. That's like a psychological thing I do to myself. Cap things out just so I'm like, wait, I want to do more. But it's like, save that excitement for next time. It works for me. Is that bad? I don't know. I didn't even really highlight what I just finished crocheting. For the last 2 days, I've been working on these squares. The colors on rotation just so none are completely missed out. Just like doing a combination of them with each other. This. Do that with each of the colors. One thing at a time, truly. I'm still at the squares. It shows I'm not fucking bionic when it comes to crochet. There's just so many projects I'm getting excited about in my head. Just want to keep working. Next. Calm your teddies. That's why I like to cap things. I don't want my excitement to take me to 1,000, which usually happens. I don't know how to moderate stuff when I'm excited until now. That is a new season and a new thing for me. And I'm excited for her. (9:43) October 24. This is the cute little stack I got done today. Focused on the colored green while I was out and about. I brought that and then a few of the colored hearts. It's coming along nicely. I'm just leaving the stack here now. I used to leave it on my altar. I don't want to collect too much incense dust. These are all the pile of hearts I have left. Cut this going. Next color to focus on probably the rest of the night is pink. She's a little unfurled already. Flam. I got yarn for the pants that's coming up next. I would show y'all, but I have like a wave of sleepiness all of a sudden. I think I'm gonna show it earlier in the day. Fuck it, I'm already filming and I'm literally staring at it. I'm staring at it. This is a nice feeling gray. Gonna be for the waistband part. And we got a huge jumbo 1 pounder of black. It is acrylic. It is. We are not gonna focus on the vibration just yet. We are going to indulge in the creation with what we have in the budget. This bibby was $3 off, meaning it was $10 US. Still $13 Canadian, but you know, it still was something. Happy. I thought about it, instead of showing a day by day, oh, this is what I completed, because I think that's, as per Leo fashion, I just wanted like some validation that people were seeing my work. It's low-key a reflection piece. I've been inspired recently by Amazing-ish Grace, content creator on YouTube, also on Insta and stuff. They crochet and vlog, do travel. When they're out with their friends, they're crocheting and show it. I'm inspired by that, and now I'm gonna make it my own way. Crochet is truly a huge passion of mine. It's not just something I just do, huh? When I show other people the stuff I've crocheted, the blanket I've given away, just the impressions I've had on my crochet projects. Man, I take myself for granted. What the fuck? This amazing skill I have, continue to grow with and through. I truly am in this new season of making clothes, enjoying it. I love to make blankets. I like to gift the blankets. I don't need more than one blanket. I got Pui Pui. I'm gonna keep my first crochet blanket I've ever made, which is in Ontario right now in a box. I think I'm gonna detail her when I reunite with her. The first ideas I've ever had for the blanket I didn't do, only because I was like, this is just my first project. I don't wanna go all out. When I reunite with her, I'm gonna add those details like I thought. It's a dark green and white blanket, striped blanket. I wanted to follow like a winter vibe. I wanted to add white silhouetted tree design. That's gonna be another challenge of crochet for me, an outline of that. I don't outline things much, like when you do lettering on top of projects. I've done it before. How much of a commitment it's gonna be. I'm excited and I'm already starting to get nervous. Maybe I'm getting prepped, I don't know. Maybe that will help me get excited for going back to Canada. The rest of this crochet video is just gonna be me blabbering whatever thoughts come to mind tonight. This definitely was a little bit all over the place, but that's what happens with your first of anything. It's supposed to be all over the place, you're just getting to know it. I'm drinking black tea. You can't see, but it's dark outside right now. It's only 6 p.m. It's not daylight savings yet. I'm not excited. I really don't like short days. Of how much I love the sun. If you know me personally and you know how much I love the color green, then that's how much I love the sun. It's something I'm like weirdly attached to, the color green and the sun. Sad. I used to really hate the rain. I used to hate the gray clouds. I used to hate just the meh of it, really bad. Not something I enjoyed, like getting wet type of vibe. This year, I relearned to love the rain. I did. I even relearned to love the gray skies. I didn't want to constantly associate it with depressing moods and sad thoughts, which usually used to come. And if they did come, I would honor it, transmute it. I was honestly associating gray clouds and rainy times as pure like resting moment and reflective releasing. The rain itself is releasing, clearing energy. I started to take it as, okay, that's a moment for me to do some releasing of my own. Let's cry with the rain. I've learned to love it in that way. Cry. I like to cry. That helps. It's not like I hate to cry and then now I just don't like two things and put it together. No, I enjoy crying. Yeah. I guess I can associate more darkness time with the moon. I love the moon. I just get anxious when it's nighttime. I don't know if it's because a part of me is like, okay, all you can do is rest now. Sometimes I really think that as soon as it's nighttime, I can't do anything. Okay, that's it. That's the rest of the day. That's all I can do for the day. I just heard so many stories of creatives truly enjoying the nighttime because they get more creative at night, intuitive power to their stuff. I don't not see myself go there. Maybe this is a comfort zone thing. I think the sun is a comfort zone in a weird way. I think that stands for a lot of things in a weird way. I find a lot of comfort being in my masculine energy. For those who understand that sentiment, you get it. Love being in active energy. I love movement, seeing results. I love productivity. That's why the patriarchy definitely got me at one point. I went to college and I had 2 jobs and one of them was a full-time serving one. I know that life. I've been through that life. I enjoyed that life. Maybe this whole next season of my life meant to try to shift to see the other side. I do enjoy my feminine energy, hence more creation, more ease of showing y'all them as well, tapping into that side. But I do find I'm still would prefer to crochet more than spend time with writing my story. That's because I can see myself doing the action and seeing results. I think it's because of that a little bit more. I love crocheting regardless. A nice focus to make at least something useful out of it. If I'm gonna like have this mindset of crocheting, not disregarding crocheting as a relaxing tool, it is for me as well. It's both relaxing and satisfying. We're gonna go with it though. Not shame myself. This is something I clearly enjoy a lot. I do find I make excuses though to not write my story or to not make time to write songs. I don't really, two things. I don't put my mind at rest enough. Bring me in such a present moment, but because of that, I feel more relaxed and I see my issue. I see my issue as I'm talking out loud. That's all. There's nothing to fix or change. I'm just noticing there's more opportunities to rest in certain areas. Make my own patterns, but as of right now, I'm definitely just showcasing that I do crochet. It's cute to showcase as well. Granny gang, who else crochets? Let me know. Let me know if you crocheted, what you crocheted recently. What was the first thing you crocheted? Tell me. You know what? I think it's because the camera is like up that I feel like pressure to look up, and for that reason, I don't want to like crochet while looking up. So let me just get like real close and personal. That feels more comfortable. Now I feel comfy talking. This leads to my next point of what my other idea is as well, which was also inspired by Amazing-ish Grace. I've been recently watching all of her vids. You know when you find a new creator you like and you kind of just like really watch their videos? For me, to cap things and not overwhelm myself, I watch 2 videos a day, but that catches me up still really fast to a lot of older content. This is what I notice of myself. When I find a new creator, really watch their newer videos, of course, to get into them, get their feel, and then I'll really enjoy watching their older videos after that. Like, where did this all start? When? Fuels my fire. The next idea that was inspired by her was more of a podcast forum. I actually do have a podcast up on Spotify right now called Spiritually Sexy. No, it's called Anurak. It's called Anurak Podcast. All the talking videos I have on YouTube that don't really have any video references go right onto Spotify as an easier listen. I decided, since I already have one going, why not expand on that a little bit more? Your girl fucking talks a lot. I talk so much. I have a whole playlist on my YouTube already called Storytime and Lessons, which already give a podcast type of feel. I do plan to continue that. On YouTube though, I used to pressure myself on what to do for a video with those type of content. The ones where I'm just straight talking, I was like, oh, on YouTube it's best if I like do something visual, right? Sometimes those visual projects would go a little bit longer, but the recording itself was already finished in one take. It's okay if I'm just chilling and doing crochet and talking. Why do I have to overthink that? Because like when you're just starting out, of course you're overthinking things. I'm learning. I'm in the next phase of, okay, I've seen her. That was cool. I don't want to do that. Next. When I do the recordings for those videos where I'm just sitting there and just chatting away, I enjoy that. I really do. If y'all don't mind it looking boring, then I don't mind it looking boring. It doesn't always have to be stimulating, Cynthia. I already give so much stimulations and so many things, and it's not like that's gonna be my only video format either. This is new, yes, but I still have my vlogs. I have other things that will give visual. I am currently working on another project right now that is already in the process of being one of those things where I talk so much in the background and it's only straight visuals you see on YouTube. I will put that one on my Spotify as well, on my podcast. Visually, it's already in the works of doing that, so I'm not gonna stop it. I already have so much varieties on my videos. I just love variety. As a Gemini Venus, variety is a love language in itself. I give out information is another love language for me. Information flow is a love language. That's hot, right? That's giving sapiosexual, isn't it? What I am working on, I didn't even really crochet for this blurb. That is something I actually want to work on if I'm gonna do that podcast thing. If I'm gonna do this talking thing, crocheting thing, and not even crochet anything because I got too into the talking. Sorry in advance. I got the rest of the colors for the blanket crochet all on the bed. There's no point in taking time and rotating them. I basically have been doing one heart. So there's been one heart, and then the next color, the pink here, is the border, and then I'll make a pink heart, and then I choose the next color to do the border of that, another heart of that. So I'm doing that until the yarn runs out. This will be for sure the last bit of the blanket, mainly because I don't want to do this anymore. I want to cut it where the passion stops. I don't want to press on and be like, I fucking have to do this blanket. The size will be enough anyway. I go for queen size when I'm making these blankets. It was already kind of giving that a little bit. It actually felt like it needed just a touch more, and that's what I feel this touch is. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it was like a mountain of the newest batch. I used to put it on the altar. I decided I'm just gonna keep them all close to me. A little bit of a motivator. Not to simply rush this blanket, get into clothes. Like I really just want to make a lot of clothes. Since it's getting colder out, I just want to make a lot of warm clothes for myself. After making a cardigan, I thought it was so cute, but then I realized that that color doesn't go with gray well. The comfiness would suit a comfy look, but with my gray sweats, it didn't look good together. Damn it. I think I want to make a really basic colored gray black cardigan. That'll be after my pants. My pants are gray and black. Maybe I'll do a cute matching thing. Ooh, the yarn ball I got for that black is huge. I really want to see how much I get through with the pants. This is the crochet squares I got for the blanket. There's about 12 more squares that I get to work on. This is them up close. I love having them in various color combinations, stitching them like that as well, in random color combinations. It really fuels my dopamine. Colorful blanket. When I was first making this blanket, because it's centered around hearts, by the time I finish this blanket, I'm gonna have a lover. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it was such a cute sentiment. On denial about it. It's cute. Maybe that's why I was kind of holding it off for a minute. Just kidding. I was getting into clothes. Oh, I dropped one. That makes me angry. Stay still. For those who don't know, I'll just mention it again real quickly since I'm just showing so much blanket. So calming. A more timeless project, and I actually need that. I actually do crochet really fast. I used to be modest about it, but with how many people tell me I crochet really fast, I have to start honoring, yeah, bitch, you crochet really fast. It's because it really helps me a lot with like how much my hands actually want to move. Feel chaotic always, and that I need to be in some sort of movement or else I'll go crazy. Which is another reason why I smoke a lot of herbs. I just don't know how to fucking naturally. Even when I'm like high, I'm like, when I know I'm a good high is when I can't even crochet. That's like the best. Honestly, that's when I know I'm super relaxed. When I can't even pick up the crochet hook, I'm like, yes. Good night. Here's a little project. The lighting is a little bit crazy. Progress is the destination. If you already think you're doing what you're meant to be doing at the time you're doing it, then no pressure. If you truly asked an expert at something, a professional at something, how long they were doing that, like how much time a day, how much days a week they were doing that, you would truly be like, oh shit, it actually does take consistency. It does take time, effort. It does take that mentality to stay disciplined to that thing. I'm not supposed to be super great at it the first 10 times, 100 times even. Basketball players, is their first 100 hoops gonna land them in the NBA? No. We all start somewhere. Me too. Sometimes I used to be hard on myself that I wasn't getting into the flow of YouTube like other YouTubers are. I feel like there's such a niche way of editing that like captivates a lot of people. And I'm like, man, am I not editing in that kind of good way? That's why I'm not captivating anyone. Like, should I amp it up? But I'm just like, that feels so out of myself to do these type of editing skills and tools that I just don't feel I want to learn yet. Clearly, if I want to learn it, I will, which is why I've done the Premiere Pro both classes on there. I know when I'm ready to like expand on my editing skills, I will. Prioritizing other things right now. I just want my YouTube to be my video journal. At the same time, I don't pressure myself too much on the editing. If you're someone like me who just doesn't have biggest passion for really good editing, like some moments where I watch YouTubers, I know I have the potential to do that. I enjoy watching that, but I'm like, when I'm editing, I'm just like, this is good for me. I don't know, is that a comfort zone at the same time? I don't know. I don't want to just do more just to get more people at the same time. Y'all will see me in a higher editing vibe when I want to do it and feel motivated enough to actually learn it. That's where it's at. I'm not motivated to learn it. The thought of that drains me. I started thinking of how I would rather pay someone else to do my editing. I actually thought about this, and I remember saying this a lot. Thought about it. No one will have the exact vision I do for my videos. No, as much as I say it, it will bother me. I don't want to be that person that constantly tells someone to change things. I don't want to be that person that goes into the thing, changes it. What's the point then? I thought of how like maybe we could do half and half where they do the great work of like the tedious stuff I don't want to do, like the pauses, some that I actually don't mind. And see, like I have to be part of the editing. I gotta be part of all of it really to see my full vision come to life of what I want. If you're someone like me who's just editing not the biggest passion, honor it. One day it'll be heightened. There was a moment where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my editing on. And then I learned the class, like okay with that level. I recently amped up my editing like in February from what I knew of it. I wanted to learn how to move the text. So cool. And there's so much more things I want to learn about text, but I was also telling someone the other day that if I got into color grading videos, that probably would piss me off, ruin my passion slowly. I'm not gonna lie, and that does sound dramatic, but I genuinely feel like it would bother me a lot. I've seen how long it takes to color grade, and if you're doing that for every fucking clip, no. Hell no. Sorry. The stuff I gotta edit for each clip sometimes, I'm like, this is enough for me. I cannot imagine doing coloring on top of this. That's one thing, a fine line, like I'm okay with. I already do some editing work for my Instagram. That's enough for me, color-wise, to match color-wise. Pictures are good. Video, no, please no. That's another level. I really appreciate the people who do it, have taken the time to learn it. That's a master craft. I applaud you. Love your videos. Love it. Keep doing that. I'll be here. Okay, I blabbed so fucking much. This was supposed to be literally the last little bit of it. I didn't even crochet in that last little bit. It's gonna be a constant learning process. Even if I come out with my next video of crocheting and talking and literally doing like one row the whole half an hour, that'll also be the beginning stage. I have motivation. If Amazing-ish Grace can do it, I can do it. Enjoy your inspirations. Celebrate the people who gave you that inspiration. Love you, Amazing-ish Grace. Enjoy what comes of it. That's what creation's all about. You enjoy an inspiration and then you make it your own. It'd be really creepy to study someone's video to the core and try to copy that every single video. That sounds exhausting. Just do you, you know? Do you, and then the right people will always find you. Okay? I hope this attracts me to also crochet baddies, and I hope it also inspires y'all to crochet. Oh my god, another story. I began crocheting, y'all, because I needed to switch my habit of going on Tinder. I used to go on Tinder so much, swipe, as a distraction when I wouldn't be doing my work online, which I used to do a lot of intensely online stuff where ex work. When I wasn't doing that, I was scrolling on people, scrolling on social media. And those two things were just like, okay, I need to fucking change a habit. One of these is more toxic than the other, and it's Tinder. What do you know? A weed dispensary that my roommate was working at was hosting someone who was teaching crochet for free. Of course I went and I learned. The guy teaching it was super nice, and because of his kindness, this is just me coming off the cast as well. His kindness, motivation for me to learn was amazing. It sparked a lot for me. It sparked the first blanket. My first project ever was a blanket. That was the first time I ever said I was gonna be celibate. I was celibate for 5 months. That was the longest, okay? That's a goal. That's an achievement. I'm really glad and grateful of how this story came to be. If this is cute encouragement that you need to switch a habit for something, be it crochet or anything creative, colorful, then do it. You got this.